It's come around again, the summer solstice, the longest day's pause point halfway through the year. It heralds the beginning of Cancer season with its encouragement to come home to ourselves, amplified by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, and Mercury, the planet of mind and communication, having just recently moved into Cancer as well. The solstice is exact at 8:42 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time on Friday, June 20th. But we're all already feeling it as we pick up that strong life force energy abounding in the natural world. This meditation will help sync our personal rhythms with all of that lusciousness. As always, let's begin by finding a position in which your body feels relaxed and supported, making any adjustments needed to be comfortable. Close your eyes or soften your gaze as you tune in to your inner experience. Feel the breath coming into and out of your lungs as you arrive in this moment, just as it is, just as you are. Without trying to change or control your breath in any way, follow the inflow and the outflow of breath. As thoughts or emotions rise up, welcome them as part of this particular moment in time, and then return to the breath. Since Cancer is a water sign, we can imagine the breath coming as waves in an ocean, rising on the inhalation, cresting at the peak, falling away on the out-breath, to return again to that vast ocean of no breath until the wave rises, crests, falls, and is emptied. And breathe in this way for a few cycles. And let your breath breathe itself now as you attend to my words about this time. Solstice comes from Latin, literally meaning stopped or stationary sun, apt to describe this pause point. We've now come halfway around the cycle of the year, from the longest night back in late December when all was still and slumbering sight unseen, to now when all is riotous and prolific growth. At the solstice, the sun moves into Cancer, a cardinal water sign of nurture. Cancer energy is heart-centered, intuitive, and creative, and channels quite beautifully the energy of home and hearth, the divine feminine, the ray of cosmic mother. And this is important for several reasons. First, Cancer energy assists us now in coming home to ourselves, to recognize all that's come our way over the past few months. Secondly, it allows us to further heal our hearts and any mother wounds we might carry so that we can better nurture ourselves and gravitate toward nurturing others. Third, the particular beauty of the solstice is that the sun, often viewed as the embodiment of active yang energy at its greatest expression, is married to the receptive yin energy that Cancer offers in abundance. So the summer solstice represents a time when yin and yang are especially in sync. And all of this is amplified by both Jupiter and Mercury also being in Cancer. Let's pause now and come home once again, home to our bodies and to our breath, our oldest and steadiest of companions. Follow the breath through its rising, its cresting, its falling, and emptying as you come home to you. And keeping that ocean breath going, add in now the solar aspect by seeing, feeling, imagining a sun at your core, your solar plexus, your heart, or anywhere else in your body that you conceive of as center. So as the wave rises on the in-breath, see your core sun growing brighter. And as the wave releases on the exhalation, see your sun energy expanding outward. Wave rises again as the sun at your core intensifies, and wave releases as sun extends further out. Continue breathing in this way for a few cycles. Let the breath recede into the background as we work more deeply with the energies available to us at this solstice time. In your mind's eye, see or pretend you see yourself in some vast outdoor space. It is the height of summer, and all around you, the natural world is in full-on growth. Perhaps you stand in a field of wildflowers or tall grasses, or maybe another summertime setting of beauty and abundance. It is broad daylight with a good sort of summertime heat, warm but not stifling. However, in a kind of time-lapse photography unfolding, sun begins to drop into the west from zenith, dropping, 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 until it hovers at the horizon for a second or two before finally sinking below the rim of the world, leaving a twilight glow in its wake. Solstices frequently are celebrated with fire, given fire's connection to sun. And sure enough, you now notice before you a large bonfire laid and waiting, with lit torches attached to posts spaced at intervals around its perimeter. You may see yourself as alone in the space, or you can imagine others, those known and unknown to you, gathered together. Everyone is silent as they come home to themselves in true Cancer form, and you follow suit. You remember where you were 6 months ago, what you had hoped your winter and spring would be, what you'd hoped you would be, the things you wished for yourself and for your life. And you re-experience the months rolling forward as you're carried through winter and spring, seeing what unfolded, both the expected and the surprising, until you arrive again at now. Take a few moments to recognize all you've lived into. Time to honor your accomplishments, to love yourself for walking your walk as the unique self that you are. Take a few moments now to look at the other side of the equation. Are there things you have let drop away that are essential to your well-being? Where have you dishonored yourself by not allowing yourself to be all that you came here to be, all that you already are in your innermost self? What habits, thought forms, ways of being do you need to let go of to walk forward more fully as yourself? Just take a few moments to inventory. It is time now to set the tinder afire so you can imagine casting into the flames anything that needs to be let go of. First, you remove the lit torch from its post. And if others are engaging in the ceremony with you, you see them also taking torch to hand around the perimeter. And now you touch your own fire to the dried wood, branches, and leaves, and they ignite, creating a larger fire from your smaller one. You recognize full well the symbolism inherent in this act of creating something huge and powerful from an individual offering. The fire soon becomes so vibrant that you need to back away as the heat grows. So you stand or sit at a comfortable distance. As you imagine creatively casting into the fire that which is ready to be transformed. Perhaps you speak aloud what you are releasing. You might see yourself imaginatively tossing them into the fire or handing these things that have served their purpose to an angel or a spirit guide to fly them above and drop them down into the flames. However you do this, you know you are freeing up your energy for other pursuits as the fire transforms it into something new. When all is released to the fire, a fire that consumes and transforms, be still, honoring the beauty of what has occurred and the space it has created, the energy it has opened up for you. And now, whenever you're ready, imagine enacting another solstice tradition, dancing around the fire. It doesn't matter how you dance, what your dance looks like, or if you dance or not in what we like to call your real life. This is symbolic dancing. Dancing that embodies the reminder, the message to live life to its fullest as your own unique and gorgeous self. It is full on night now, though flames light up the sky. Stay here for as long as you'd like, dancing your dance, finding the joy as you express yourself into the world. I will be returning early next week with another guided meditation, this one in honor of the new moon in Cancer. Until then, release, my friend, and come home to your own soul, to the beauty and the marvel that you are, to the dance that only you can dance. Namaste.